Hi you guys, it's Vicky. It's January 20th. It's a Monday. It's 2014. Let me start out by apologizing if you hear the boys in the background. They're off school, so it's an official Mall Monday. Unfortunately, they don't need Mall for too much of anything. They're 7 and 10, so they usually call on me when they're thirsty, hungry, or it's breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's fine. They're really good, so it shouldn't be too bad. I might as well get started here because this is a RAK video and I don't have any clue on how many videos I'm gonna have to do to show you these items. Look at this. These items come from Colleen, who is XO Irish XO. You'll never hear me say this often. I'm almost speechless. I've already talked to Colleen on the phone and sent her a message thanking her. And listen, I knew I was getting a package from her, and I figured it would include more than the things I had asked her to pick up for me. But I never expected this much. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say about her. I mean, look at all this. All of this comes from Colleen. She's amazing. I mean, not just for doing this, but here's what she's really amazing about. How in the world did she get all of this into this box? I mean, that alone is amazing, right? Colleen, I've already said this. I can't thank you enough. You're an amazing friend, not just for sending me a gift box this size, but Colleen and I have a few things in common. I think that whenever you find somebody that you can say the words "me too" with, it's a great bond, because there's some issues that we go through in life, and if you don't have somebody who's been there, even though you wish nobody else was there, it's just so refreshing and healing to be able to talk and get things off your mind and have somebody who's a sounding board. I mean, I find such great comfort in YouTube because you guys get the whole scrapbooking thing. That is an amazing blessing, because I had no one that likes scrapbooking like I do. Well, I had nobody that likes scrapbooking at all. There's not one single solitary friend, family member, or person nearby that even scrapbooks. As close as I've gotten is a friend who likes photography. And I can't understand how you would like photography and not want to document those pictures on a layout. I don't know, but I'm not judging. Anyway, Colleen, before I get started here,
Thank you.
Thank you
so much. I just, like I said, I'm speechless. You know, I'm on the verge of saying, is something wrong with this girl? What is the darn scoop on her? And I know Colleen gets stuff at amazing prices. She hit up the, hang on, I'm going to have to yell at the boys.
Hey! Now get on in there!
I'm back now. Oh, they know I'm kidding. Now, believe me, these kids are not abused. I may be abused, but not them. Anyway, I'm like, is there something wrong in her head? Who does this? And like I was saying, she does find awesome deals. Like, she went to the Ranger sale a few months back, and she ends up chit-chatting with one of the workers who was very kind to her and who felt a connection, a bond with her, which I imagine happens anywhere Colleen goes, because she is so sweet. She's just an all-around great gal. And listen, even if she would not upset this overstuffed box with items totally with me in mind, I'd still love her. I'm not lying when I say I'm loving her a little bit more today, because I'm like, oh my gosh, let's face it, she didn't have to do this, but darn, The 3 times to this point that I've looked through all of my goodies, I'm saying, I'm darn glad she did. I'm going to get you back, Colleen. It'll take me 10 years to get you back to the same level, but I'm going to get you back, girlfriend. I just want to thank you so much just for being a friend. A friend plus one, like the Google plus one. Oh, one more thing. Colleen is dealing with a little bit of a health issue after a recent surgery. I don't know what your belief system is, but if you would say a prayer for Colleen to just heal, get better, or keep her in her thoughts if that's not your thing. And that's okay. Whatever it is your thing, maybe today you'll just say a special prayer for her or send out a wish to her that she gets better. Here's big kisses to you, Colleen. And here goes one heck of a RAK. Listen to them, boys. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry if you don't like the sound of giggling children. That was rude of me. Let me get started. I'll never get this done. Okay, so here's what I asked Colleen to pick up for me. On Oh Snap Gonzo, who is Sandra's channel and one of my favorite YouTube channels. Hi, Sandra. She picks up these bits. They're American craft bits, and here's what's inside. So this is a couple of months ago. She picks them up at Marshall's and she's like, okay, so aren't these so cute? And I'm like, yes, Sandra, they are. Did I say hi, Sandra? If I didn't, here we go again. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Gabby. And she's like, look, I picked these up. Aren't they so cute? And I'm like, oh, yes, they are. They're even more than cute. And I've never seen them, like, advertised or for sale anywhere. And she's like, oh, they're only $1.99. So I picked up one for myself and one for my bestie, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Lisa is Maggie Milo. And I love those girls. I love Sandra and Lisa. I chat with them a lot on Facebook. But when she said, I got these bits for me and Lisa, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to throw Lisa under the bus. I'm going to have to start a vicious rumor on YouTube and maybe just Facebook or maybe both, because I want to be your best friend right now because I want those bits. In fact, I was like, where's my bits? And I was telling Colleen how cute they are when we were chatting on the phone. And she has a lot of different stores. I mean, within 20 minutes drive time where she lives. This is why I'm thinking about leaving everything I have, including my beloved Nate, and moving to the place she lives. Anyway, she always has such great access to all the sales. So I say, Colleen, if you see those American craft bits with the snowman and the reindeer, would you pick me up a box? And she's like, I sure will. Well, she picked me up 3. And so now I have more than one. I have 3. This means I can hoard one and use 2. Oh, thank you, Colleen. So the joke has been between us every time I call her or she calls me and I answer the phone, I'm like, where's my bits? You just don't know how bad I love these bits. Oh, and before, I always forget to do this. I do this all the time. I do a practical joke and then I forget to tell the person that I was joking, or I forget to let them know that that was me who left an obscene phone call on their voicemail, and then they have their phone number changed and then they're like, oh my gosh, Vicki, you won't believe what happened to me. Somebody called and left me an obscene message and I had to get my phone number changed. And I'm like, uh-oh, I did that. And that's a true story. I did that to one of my best friends like 12 years ago, and I forgot to tell her it was me, and she thought somebody weird was calling her, and she did have her phone number changed. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you that was me just playing a joke on you. So I always do that. Like, I say things and then I forget to say, oh, I'm just teasing. So Lisa and Sandra, I think your friendship is awesome. awesome. You two both just came alive on YouTube. There was a difference in you. I like both of you, but when you came together as friends, there was just a whole new dynamic to the friendship, and I think that is so awesome. I feel like I've been fortunate enough to develop friendships like that as well, except I'm old and, all crippled up, so I can't travel. But boy, if I could, I'd be showing up on the doorstep of a few different people here on YouTube just to visit with them. And you probably know who you are if you're listening to this. Well, if you're one of my besties, you better be listening to my video, right? Anyway, I was teasing. I won't start a vicious rumor, and that's okay. I got my bits now. I'm not jealous. Okay, so we're already 14 minutes in, and I've showed one item. We can see how this is going to go. She also picked these up for me, and this... Oh, let me tell you, if you're loving the bits, too... Apparently they have these at TJ Maxx and Marshall's, and it's called Christmas Die-Cut Wood Pieces American Craft Bits. This is called All-Star. I guess that's the name of the collection. And it's not on back. It's by Prima. It has a little dress, a little soccer ball, a little ribbon, and a baseball mitt. So cute. Thank you, Colleen. No flakes. I'm sorry for that glare. I'm not sorry because it's very sunny out, so I'm sorry if it's bothering you, but I'm glad there's some glare because that means there's some sun today. This. Ever seen this before? Little star and moon. And this is by Cosmo Cricket. More bits! Where's my bits? Remember that commercial where the lady said, "Where's the beef?" That's what I always feel like when I say that about the bits. I would like to show this stuff in order, but it's chaos. There's too much. I can't show it in order. Look at this. I think this was one of my favorite items. And this is what I mean about precious, caring, thoughtful. Okay, enough. And listen, I'm not blowing smoke up her dress. Guys, I have all boys around here. I have a stepdaughter, but she does not live nearby. And let's face it, she's my stepdaughter. When my husband and I came together, she was 11 years old. And, she had a mother and she loved her mom. There was that normal thing that goes on between stepkids and, stepmoms. I mean, name one fairy tale where the stepmom is good, huh? Can't think of one, can you? So, I mean, even before I came on the scene, I'm sure she had preconceived notions about a stepmom. Now, we have definitely grown close over the years, and she's like 35 now, and I love her, she loves me, but that's the only girl around. I have 3 boys. The stepson's my son. Now, the 3 boys have all had sons. I have a husband. He's a man. And let me tell you, they just don't think about gifts. They take care of me. Don't get me wrong. But here's what they do. They buy me a gift card to Hobby Lobby. They buy me gift cards to Michael's. My son gives me his credit card and says, "Here's how much you got to shop." And listen, he's generous and he's thoughtful. And that's nice. Listen, bring on the gift card. But let me tell you, this, it is still nice to open a box and to have things in there that you genuinely love. You know what I mean? And my stepdaughter picks out a good gift, a thoughtful gift. Every time I get a gift from her, I love it. She gets good gifts, not just for me, for everyone. She's that person who buys great gifts. But I usually only get one because, once again, my son and husband, I mean, one year, it was like maybe the second Christmas that my husband and I were together. He takes me shopping and he's like, listen, you can spend $200 on clothes. And I was like, yeah, okay. Now, this is 22 years ago. Back then, $200 would buy you a little something. So we get to the store that I picked to shop at, and I'm like, listen, pick me something out. What would you like to see me wear? Meanwhile, I've got a bunch of clothes. I go to the dressing room to try them on. He comes back with a black mini skirt that has 4-tier ruffles on it, lacy ruffles. Now, the mini skirt was cute. If it was, just stay with me a minute. The mini skirt was cute. And back then, I wore mini skirts. Not like micro mini, but mini skirt. He holds it up, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I knew he had something behind his back, and he was like, and then I picked out this sweater for you to wear with the skirt. It was a pink, purple, and cream colored, horizontally striped sweater with those little like strands of metallic glitter running through it. And it was crop. It was like a sweater that would fall right at your waistline. Okay, not appropriate. If either item had been on its own, maybe I could do it. But he wanted me to wear it together. Now, at that time, I was a lot thinner, but I was by no means skinny. I was wearing like a size 12. And I was like, oh, honey, I don't look good in pink. That's it. I don't look good in pink. And I said, and plus, sweaters make me itch. So I let him down gently, okay? But I was like, I knew right then to never, ever let him pick out my clothes for me. So the moral of the story, I'm sorry, I get off track here. The moral of the story is a gift card is good. If I don't get a gift card, I write down in alphabetic order from A to Z, and I also place things in order of financial denomination. Items $10 to $20, items $20 to $40, items 40 to 7. Okay, you see what I'm saying here? You see the pattern? I write it down. I don't even write in cursive. I put it in handwriting so there's no mix-up. And I write down Hoover vacuum mate with rewind cord system. Approximate value 109.89 to 129. And then there's a little cliff note. If this vacuum cleaner is over $129.99, do not buy it. It is overpriced. The following information is a list of stores that would be your best bet to find this vac. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So it's just nice to open up a box and know the things in there are really picked for you. Back to the rack, because they're cute. I mean, I have a ton of stamps, so I'm just going to go by them quickly. I'm not going to say the brand name. If you want to know what something is, please don't hesitate. Leave a comment. I will come back and I will check my comments so that I can tell you where I got or whatever it was. The brand name. And if there's a tag, I'll tell you the cost and where she got it. I mean, you won't believe all the stamps. And these are mostly, what is it? Inka-dinka-doos. Colleen, I loved that border stamp. It's a border that is very masculine. And I'm loving this with the hummingbirds. There were a couple of these that I have. I know you won't mind, but I'm going to ask anyway. Is it okay if I pass it on? If I have doubles. Look at this. Adorable. Again, I apologize for that glare. And I hope I'm doing this video okay for everyone. And how cute is this gonna be now that I have my Memento Luxe inks? I love this. Confidence is sexy. Dance to your own music. Very cute. I have looked at this a million times through the years and never bought it. Why, I don't know. Well, I know why. It's because I figured it wouldn't stamp out too well. But again, now that I've got my Memento inks, my Memento Luxe, I have this one, but it's an adorable stamp. So if it's okay, I'll pass it on to someone. Who doesn't love a hot air balloon? I could never really have enough hot air balloons. And we're still dealing with Inka-Dinka-Doo. Yeah, this is the big wad of stamps that she sent me. Colleen, you are cray-cray.